Imagine having siblings who you thought were deeply appreciative of you and they loved you dearly, only to find out that they were secretly jealous of you, that they didn't like the fact that you got all the attention, or you got the attention of one parent than the other, or you got more attention than them in certain situations. Can you imagine that? Imagining that you are telling them the things about you, all of the things that you're receiving, the blessings and all of the happiness, the joy that you're receiving, and you're doing that because that's what they do as well. They tell you all about what they have going on too. They boast about their blessings too. So you just doing it, like as an equal reciprocity. Like, we just talking, this is our conversations. But you go to tell them that you feel like you have a calling on your life, or that there's something that you feel like you're meant to do, as far as like maybe you're meant to do hair, maybe you're meant to go to school to be a nurse, you're meant to be a doctor, whatever the case may be. But you go to tell them all of this, but then they plot against you. They plot, all of them come together to secretly bring a plot against you, to have you unalived, because you are favored, because they see that you have a gift, that there's something about you that you're going to change the lives of many people around you. Imagine them secretly plotting. I mean, this is something that is unfathomable that they would do behind your back, doing all of this. Many people do things like this and we don't realize it this day. They may not try to secretly plot to have you unalive, like literally, but they may go to different, spiritualists, different people. They find people online bringing your name, your picture, things that are of you, to plot up against you, to have your life turned and flipped upside down. These are things that were happening in the Bible days. Y'all know that, right? Y'all remember the story about Joseph. Joseph had the coat of many colors, and his dad, he gave him that coat, and he was proud to give it to him. And Joseph went and told, showed off his coat, but he also had a dream that he was gonna be overpowering, just running things when it comes to his brothers. They gonna have to come and bow down to him. I mean, this was just something, a dream that he had. You just simply telling, because we all be like, if we have a dream that's really significant, or something that we're dreaming to do, like going to school and finishing up, doing things, starting your own business, you go and tell them, and you're telling them because, like I said, this is a normal conversation that y'all usually have together. You just going and telling them, and like, what? You wouldn't ever think that at this moment they would plot up against you. And that's exactly what happened to Joseph. His brothers, they plotted up against him. First, they thought about burying him, and y'all know people nowadays, they'll be trying to bury, going to the graveyards these days. They be learning stuff online. They be learning stuff online and then going and trying to do it. Let me go to the graveyard and bury this hoe, because I want her to be stagnant and stuck. People do stuff like this, and it's crazy. I mean, can you imagine like trusting people around you and not knowing that they would actually do something like this to you? And like I said, this ain't nothing new. Like it said is in the word, ain't nothing new under the sun. And so many of you guys have experienced things like this, and you may have realized that even though you've gone through all of these things, you've gone through hell and high water, and you're wondering why. And it's been, a lot of you guys have known people, it's been people that you know and love, and you find this out and you realize like, wow, I need to pull away from them, or I need to get myself together, I need to protect myself. And a lot of you guys have been praying, and you didn't even know that you were actually praying for this. But God is about to show you some things. He's going to show you that everything that you dreamed of, everything that you put out to do, is going to come into fruition, just like it did with Joseph. Because baby Joseph, they had to come to him. He was over there with all the, the people that these people didn't really associate with, and they had to come over to the other side. See, they sent him over to the other side. They sent him over to the people that he ended up being in slavery. They tried to put him in slavery, but y'all know Joseph ended up becoming the top head chef, like over there sitting with the kings and the queens. You know what I'm saying? He ended up being with them, and that's exactly what I'm telling you. There's coming a time where you're going to be on top, because it says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And you got to understand that God is moving mountains in your life. He's doing some things, even though you may have went through all of that and everything that they put you through, where they tried to size you up and take you out of here. But God is saying that he's going to show off, and he's going to make sure he shows you off, baby. Do you hear me? They're going to have to see you. And a lot of them are going to need your help, just like they needed Joseph. At the end of the day, They need you, baby. Do you hear me? So don't give up. Keep moving. Be strong. Be powerful just as you are. Because, baby, you got the same power that Yeshua had when he was right here on earth. So keep moving and be powerful. Stand in your power. Listen, child, you have literally gotten these people in a chokehold. They don't even want you showing up like you used to. Because when you show up, things shift. People flock to you. There's something about the way that you carry yourself when you are confident and you move in a way that others don't understand, especially when you're walking in your calling. You are literally causing these folks to be in a chokehold. This is why they choose to use these graveyard spells to get you to stop what you're doing, to lock you, to make you feel like you're stuck and stagnant, like you can't get anywhere. So just imagine you being yourself, moving along. I mean, just loving your life and doing the things that you know that you're supposed to be doing. I mean, just, living your best life. And you have family members, you have siblings who see you as a threat, people at your job who see you as a threat. They don't want you to be the one on top. They don't want you to be seen as the person that you are. Everyone sees it, though. See, that's the thing about it. Everyone sees it. They know that it is something different about you, that the light that you have on you is far more different than anyone else's. Because everybody got a different light. But when you show up, you're about one of the only ones who actually shows your light. You are confidently walking in what you're doing. Whether you are on the job and you work in the office, whether you're folding clothes at the clothing store, wherever you work at, honey, you're doing your best without even trying. Because this is why they're so stuck on getting you to be still and to stop. This is to get you quiet, to silence you. Many of you guys have experienced this in your own life. You've been dealing with this. And this is going to be the part 2 of the video about the graveyard spells. Understand that these things are real, but God is way bigger and much more realer than any of these things. But they have it in their mind that they're able to put a stop to your life. They have it in their mind that they can do whatever they can to try and stop you. This is why they go to different people to try and stop you. You got to understand how bold and big you are in the spirit. So people see you in the spirit, whether you know it or not. They may not act like they see it, but they know it's something about you. And whoever these siblings are, these co-workers, whoever this is against you, they won't be able to do this for too long. Because understand, see, God allows certain things to happen in your life to help you to grow, to help people that are against you to see that you are not to be effed with. He does this for a reason. Trust me, it's always a reason for everything that the Lord allows to happen in your life. So them going to these spiritualists are doing these things on their own. They might be going to the graveyard themselves. Whatever they're doing, they could never get rid of you because your assignment is not yet filled. You have not finished yet. You are not done. God says you are only getting started. It's just getting started. You ain't even at the top yet, and they think that you're taking over. You got to understand that there is something way bigger about you and the purpose that you have on your life. And this is why they seek mediums. They seek people to read you, to find out what's going on with you in your life, to try to see that if you done surpassed them or surpassed the things that they saw about you. Because like I said, they see you. They know. They know exactly what you came here to do. And this is why they're able to be used by these demonic realms to come against you. Understand that your calling is going to bring some noise, because every new level there's a new devil, and there's many of them that come with them. And that's why you have people that are closer to you. See, because the enemy knows that you think you can trust them. The enemy knows that they know a lot about you, so he uses them. He uses the weakest vessels. And baby, these people are so weak that they're able to be used. Even though they proclaim that they are a child of God themselves, they're still allowing the enemy to use them. And this is why they're able to be used, because they're being weakened. They're weakened vessels. But your power and your light really, really irritates them. You know that. Your light, the things that you do, the way that you move, the way that you even face trials, the way that you come up out of things, baby, that triggers them. They don't like the fact that you go through stuff and then the next minute you're like, oh, God came and changed it. God, baby, God changed my life. He changed that situation. They don't like that. That pisses them off. See, they be happy when they find out you're going through something. They sitting behind the scenes laughing. They think it's funny. But then the next minute, God always comes through for you. He always comes through for his chosen ones. And when he does, and you begin to brag about what God, baby, boasting in the Lord, baby, they be pissed off. So understand that everything that's going on in your life, it's not for just any reason at all. It's a bigger reason than what you think. And they got to see it. That's the reason why some of the things have happened to you. Because God wants them to see and know that you ain't to be messed with. Part 3 about these folks using graveyard spells to try to bring you down and stop you. They are going to get enough of trying to stop you and mishandle you. They're going to get enough of that. See, a lot of you guys, these people denied you around a lot of people. They denied you. Yes, they betrayed you around certain family members, certain people at the job. Denied you in front of your boss when they tried to commend you for the work that you were doing. Denying you around people that actually brag on how you are and how successful you are. They actually betrayed you. They were behind your back doing so many things, but this main thing that they did that really is about to get them caught up is the graveyard spells. See, you can't try to unalive someone who is actually a seed. Y'all know that. See, y'all have dealt with people that have seen you and saw the potential that you had, saw the calling on your life, and knew that things would grow and things would change. They knew that you had something on you, and they tried to bury you, but they didn't even know that you were a seed waiting to be grown. And that's what's happening. God is saying that you are about to shift in this dynamic of your life. It is your season to be blessed. And they didn't know that when they took those things to the graveyard, that they actually cursed their own lives. A lot of them have actually went back to the graveyard to see if things were still going on, were things still happening. And they went the wrong way, baby. They went the wrong way. They were supposed to turn themselves over to the Lord, but they decided to continue in their evil. They have been warned about you. These people have been warned about messing with the chosen ones. They know not to touch you, but they find it somewhat of a challenge. They like to take on challenges to see if they can do whatever they can to you. This is why, like I told you guys, with Joseph, his brothers, baby, they tried to bury him. They actually even sold him to slavery. Some of you guys, these people actually tried to sell you out. Yeah, it's such a thing. When they say that someone sells their soul, they'll try to sell the soul of a loved one to try to get you to be the sacrifice of something. And it doesn't matter if they were trying to sacrifice you losing your job, whatever they did to try and sacrifice you. There are many ways to be sacrificed. It doesn't have to be the unaliving, okay? So understand that. But you guys have dealt with so much, and I know that you have faced so many trials because of these things, and you're wondering why God, why have you allowed these people that are so near and dear to me to betray me like that? Like I tell you guys, the enemy uses people that he knows that you love, that has your heartstring, that can pull on it and have you in a place of like sadness, depression, where you're wondering why would they do me like this. He wants to get you to your lowest, and see, that's what he uses them for. But you are not at your lowest. You are actually a seed bound to grow. Do you hear me? God is growing you up, and they're going to know exactly who your God is, that God does not play about you, and he's doing some things that people don't even see. They knew though. Like I said, these people know. They see everything that is happening for you, but they also know that you have a calling on your life, so they decided to be used by the enemy. But you got to know that when they do these things, everything that they do happens to either them or someone that they know and love, but not you. You're not the one that's being it. God ain't doing it to you, but you got to know that they're going to be the ones to go through this. Either they're going to go through it, or they're already going through it. Some of them you have seen facing situations that were similar to yours, because this is what they wanted for your life. But God is saying that you are the seed that is growing, and your season is now. You are growing, you are shining, and you will know that you are actually moving in your calling when you go through these things. When people test you like this, when they test your gangster, you know you have changed, you have done some things, and things are actually moving and shifting in your life for the better. Like I said, he causes all things to work together for the good of them who love God and who are called according to his plan and purpose. And baby, that's you. You best believe it. You the chosen one, and you better eat down when it's time to eat. When that table is set before them, You better eat down, baby. They got to watch you eat. So you better get ready, because God is changing your life, and it's blessings on top of blessings that you will receive. Period. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. These stories are getting so good, right? If you like stories like this, if you like messages like this, make sure you let me know in the comments. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been giving to the channel, who's been subscribing, liking, and commenting, all of that good stuff. It goes a long way, and I love it, and I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart. I am. And guys, if you want to give to this message, you can do so by going to Cashapp $TV, or you can use the Superthanks down below. Also, get the merch, girl. Don't even play with it. Go on and get it, homeboy. Them shirts for y'all too. Don't play with it, okay? Support me as I support you on your spiritual journey. I love you guys so much. Peace and blessings. Mwah.